This liquid is a natural remedy for Helicobacter, gastritis, stomach ulcer, and duodenal ulcer. The preparation is simple, and the remedy is effective, so I am sharing the recipe with you. Helicobacter is present in the stomach of many people, since childhood or early adolescence. It seems that it is transmitted by dirty hands. It was once believed that bacteria cannot develop in the stomach, because the environment is acidic, but this does not apply to Helicobacter. It can multiply so much that many people, at some stage in life, face problems. These problems manifest as stomach pain, nausea, heartburn, food reactions, loss of appetite, etc. Then it should be treated, because if left untreated, it can turn into a stomach ulcer. Even before the discovery of Helicobacter, it was known that cabbage is a remedy for stomach ulcers. Cabbage contains vitamin U, which is used in the treatment of gastritis, stomach ulcers, and duodenal ulcers. In the same way that a cabbage leaf acts externally on skin ulcers, it also successfully acts internally. Although there are medications, dual and triple antibiotic therapies, some doctors still recommend cabbage as a good natural remedy. Some patients have difficulty tolerating standard antibiotic therapy. There are cases of infections that have proven resistant to antibiotics and are difficult to treat. Then Helicobacter returns. The solution is to try with cabbage. Let's take for example Dr. Nestorovic, who gives the following recipe for treating Helicobacter and ulcers. Grate fresh cabbage and put it in a jar. The jar should be filled halfway with cabbage. Then pour boiled water, almost to the top of the jar. Cover and place it in the refrigerator to stand for 2 days. Cabbage in the jar in the refrigerator lightly ferments for 2 days, which, according to Dr. Nestorovic, represents its additional quality for treatment. Then strain and drink this cabbage water. 1 glass of 2 dl should be drunk in the morning, and 1 in the evening. This should be done for 2 weeks, until recovery, when Helicobacter should be cured. This means that a new jar of cabbage and water should be made every day. Cabbage contains certain ingredients that regenerate the stomach lining. It is also recommended for gastritis and acid reflux. Have you drunk cabbage juice? Write and tell us from which country you are watching. Maybe this recipe of Dr. Nestorovic is original and effective, but treating the stomach with cabbage has been known since 1949. Namely, back then, Professor Gernot Cheney from Stanford University published a study titled, Rapid Healing of Ulcers in Patients Who Take Fresh Cabbage Juice. 13 patients were treated with cabbage juice, which, as experiments have shown, contains a factor against ulcers. That factor is precisely vitamin U, which we have already mentioned. The average healing time of sores for 7 patients who had duodenal ulcers was only 10 days. In the literature, it is stated that the average treatment time for 62 patients with standard therapy lasted 37 days. The average healing time for 6 patients with stomach ulcers, who were treated with cabbage juice, was only 7 days. In the literature, it is stated that it took 42 days to heal 6 patients with standard therapy. Thus, it turned out that cabbage juice outperformed standard medical treatments for ulcer healing. Taking cabbage juice cannot be simpler. Most natural health experts recommend drinking juice from 1/2 or 1 whole head of cabbage, several times a day, before meals. Cabbage juice is easily made using a juicer and stored in the refrigerator during the day. It is drunk before each meal. Cabbage juice normalizes the work of the stomach and intestines, kills pathogens, relieves ulcer pain, and promotes healing in record time. The easiest way to support our work is to like the video. Click on the follow button. This means a lot to us. Thank you for your support.